Hi, friends. It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, and it's St. Patrick's Day, so we thought that you might like to celebrate with us. We're kind of just sitting around, relaxing, and I got a Shamrock shake. Ellie likes to lick the container because it has kind of water on it. So we are just sitting here having a great time, relaxing, kind of waiting for you guys to jump on. Let me see how things are going here. Make sure we're live. Make sure we're coming on well. Okay, let me check. There we are. Okay, good. Pam Simmons, good to see you. Good to see you. Tina from Granite Falls, North Carolina. How are you guys today? What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day? Did you get a Shamrock shake? You know, this thing is actually really good. My husband went out and got it for me from McDonald's. I didn't know for sure if I'd like it, but I knew I wanted one because we made one. We made a Shamrock shake card the other day, last week or a couple weeks ago, and it's amazingly good. It's minty. Yeah, I'm just going to take a little sip here. Ellie, like I said, she likes to lick the outside because you know, it's cold on her tongue. It's actually warm here in San Diego today. It's been over 70 out here where we live. Oh, she's hysterical. Roz, Marcia, good to see you guys. Hi, baby. She's trying to smell the mint. She likes the mint. Linda from Pennsylvania, good to see you. Good to see you. You guys are all just saying hi to each other, and we're just going to relax here while we wait for some more people to jump on for us. Wow, I should do this more often. It really keeps her busy, doesn't it? Margaret from Sydney. Oh, thank you so much for the greetings from your little animals. Thank you, Margaret from Sydney, Australia. Wow. I have Anthony that pops on from London, but I don't think if you've been on before, Margaret, I didn't know you were from Australia. What a joy to have you. Yeah, we're just all dressed up. I put on everything green I had. A green bow on Ellie. I have my green um I think they're I think they're shamrocks. And we're just having fun today. I mean, you got to have fun, right? Pam, you're having a mocha frappe from McDonald's right now. Oh, good for you. Is it green? I bet it's not green though. Because look at how green this is. Well, it's kind of glary there, isn't it? Let me see if I can get it where you can really, there you can you kind of see the green? It's very, very green and very, very minty. Margaret, I thought you'd been on many times. Yeah, I just never knew you were from Australia. That is so exciting. Thank you for telling me. Wow. So I'm just sitting here drinking my shake. It's so good. So let's see what else we were going to talk about. Well, happy Friday. That's a wonderful thing to be a Friday and have a Saturday tomorrow. Except my husband just told me I think we're going to clean out the garage tomorrow. So that doesn't sound all that great. But, you got to do what you got to do. And really it's the first non-rainy, non-cold day we're going to have for a while. So we do need to get out there and do a little bit of work. Um, what else is new? Okay, I wanted to tell you, since we're just kind of relaxing, I'll go ahead and tell you that some items are back in stock. I don't know if you were aware, but if you tried to get the Queen Bee, the beautiful Queen Bee stamp set and dies, I think it was the dies that were out. They're back now. The dies, oh, it's hot there for you, Margaret. Yeah, it's already Saturday, really. Yes, that's right. Our seasons are mixed up. I think they're opposite. Yeah. Um, So the Queen Bee dies are back in stock. Also, the Dainty Delights dies are back in stock. So you can get those bundles now if you've been waiting, or if you've just been waiting for the dies on those. Those are all back. So that's encouraging. Things do go out, but then they come back. So that's good. You're all aware of the online exclusives that are going on. Some of those are not available, some are available. They've been just so popular, but grab those while you can. We're going to use some of the paper today. I meant to go on and look and see if that was the Hello Irresistible paper was available, but they're going to get it back if it's out. Okay, I think we better concentrate. I'm going to put her down to her little bed. Marcia, good to see you. She does like the condensation. 30 in southeast Michigan and a little snow flurries. Oh boy. That's why I live in Southern California. Really, then we haven't had the bad rains. We do have other things like earthquakes and fires, but I guess every area has its good and bad. But it's so good to see all of you today. So the 2021 to 2023 in color products are flying off the shelves, you guys. If you want them, grab them. The inks, the papers, the designer series papers that are the little 6x6 that are the in colors from 2021 to 2023. Snatch those up. I'm personally, and I've said this before, I'm personally hoping that some of these outgoing in colors will be in our color refresh. I'm hoping they'll bring them on permanently into our line, but I haven't heard, we won't know until March 29th. So in case they're not, snatch those up. They are such beautiful, beautiful colors. And good to see you from West Virginia. Okay, thank you, Pam. The Hello Irresistible is in stock at the moment. Good. I'm so glad. If you want it, get it, because that has been very designer series papers are always some of our most popular items. They really are. Celebration and everything. Marcia loves snow. Okay, good. I mean, I like snow. I don't think I would like to shovel it. That's the only thing. One other reminder, my host code gift is the Fern 3D embossing folder. If you spend $50 or more in my online store and use my host code for March, which is written up above for Facebook and down below for the YouTube people in my notes that you see, use that host code so I can send you this Fern embossing folder. It's really nice. Okay, let's talk about the cards we're going to make today. Let me see how we're doing on time. We are doing great. So this is the card we made a couple of weeks ago that I said was the Shamrock Shake, and I think it's so cute. I love this card from the Share a Milkshake bundle. So we're going to do you're right there with you. And I really loved this card. So we're going to make a little something different, but similar for St. Patty's Day, but this could be used at any time. So let me just go ahead and turn you down so that we can see what's going on, and we'll get started making our card. Okay, so this was the card we made a couple weeks ago. And this is the Share a Milkshake bundle, which is so cute. You guys, we can use it for any season. When it gets to be summer, when it gets hot, we can use it for iced coffee, iced tea, just anything. We're going to love it. So today I thought we would make, since it's a little cold outside right now, we've already done the Shamrock Shake. So I thought we would do a Shamrock cup of tea. A little more muted colors, and we're going to use the cup of tea stamp set to get that darling cup. I love that cup. And I'm using some of the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper, which is very pretty. We got to put on a cherry. We absolutely must. So that's the card we're going to make today. And I'm going to show you now. There are two colors that are coming back with the refresh, with the color refresh. We already know, they've already told us Lost Lagoon and what's the other one? I had just been thinking of it. Lost Lagoon and okay, two of them. They're both in here. They're both in this designer series paper, this Hello Irresistible designer series paper. But for right now, until we have them, this is our soft succulent, the darker, and the lighter is, I've been just talking about shamrocks. My whole brain has just gone like nuts. Soft seafoam. Those are the two colors that we can use currently from our line that do go with this beautiful designer series paper. And I'll just go ahead and let you know. Yes, Pretty Peacock. Thank you, Tina. You guys are all fabulous. You always let me know. So Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon are the two colors that are coming back with the color refresh. But until we get them, the soft succulent and the soft seafoam are the ones that will go with this paper. Now I'm going to go ahead and just let you know, this is going to be our prize today. I've got 4x6 pieces of because it's St. Patty's Day, and everything is green. So I've got more than 10, maybe 15 pieces 4x6 that you can use on cards, and then some strips that are the same strips that we're using today of all the different greens in the Hello Irresistible pack. And so I'm going to send those to the winner of, we'll draw next week, but this will be the prize that we'll award next week. It's today's prize. And I've got an envelope that just fits it just like that. So I can just mail it right out to the winner next week. And I was thinking of this because this paper comes in and out. It comes and goes. And I want you to be able to make some of these projects. So this is our card today, and we have to use the bright red cherry to really set it off, don't we? Okay, this is the cup of tea stamp set. We're going to use the teacup stamp, this one that's the striped one. It's absolutely one of my favorites. I hope this set continues in the new catalog because I don't know, well, I do. I have a lot of favorites. This is definitely one of my real favorites. So let's start making our card, and I'll show you how to do it. It has kind of a neat background that you can, kind of a neat way to do a background that you can do with any of your designer series paper. So let's see what we've got here. We have our soft succulent card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. So let's just get that burnished here with my bone folder. I'm so glad I had a green top. Green isn't really one of the colors that I wear that often, so I'm glad I had a green top to wear today. Okay, so this is our soft succulent card base, and then we're going to use, and I don't know if I actually, let me get out my ruler and so I can tell you these measurements, because you might want to do this on a card with any colors. This is a piece of soft seafoam that is 3 by 5.5, and I'll just kind of show you before we glue it. I'm going to place it right there, and then for this particular card I decided to use, this is the very lightest designer series paper piece, the piece in that in the Hello Irresistible. It's got beautiful, really subdued leaves on one side and kind of splashes of white on the other. So I thought we'd do this, and what you do is you just put each piece over about 1/4 inch, put this one over about 1/4 inch, and this gives you a real nice base to build on, to put anything on. It's a little to the left. You could definitely put it in the center. In fact, maybe we could put it in the center this time just for fun. I like to kind of change it up. But all you need is strips. So if you have extra strips of your designer series paper, those are 2 inches by 5.5. The front, this piece I'm adhering right now with my glue, is 3 inches. So we're just going to put that right on like that. Let's see if we can get it even. A little bit more to the left. That's what I so love about my multi-purpose liquid glue. Okay, and then we'll set one piece down, and it should work out a 1/4 of an inch. They do work out about a 1/4 of an inch from the left, and then if we do this one the same way, it works out. It looks pretty neat. You can't see it. Oh, thank you, Marcia. Thank you very much. I just got them done yesterday. Okay, so we'll put this one on this side, and you see how your designer series paper, you get to show 2 different sides of the DSP, and it comes right in the center of the cardstock. I think that's kind of pretty. It doesn't show up as well on the camera for you, but it's a nice little way to use some DSP to bring the colors in, and yet you don't have to use a lot. You still end up with a 2-inch piece of your designer series paper if you had a 6x6 like these are. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to, what do I want? Oh yes, the little cute cup of tea. Every time I stamp it, I use my Stamparatus because I want those lines to be nice and dark. And let me show you here. See how those lines are nice and dark on the teacup? And I never seem to be able to get the lines quite as dark as I want them to be. So I like using my Stamparatus. Now this is a photopolymer stamp. You can see it right here. I've used it a lot with pink. You guys know that's my favorite color. And red. I did it with red for Christmas, and so it's kind of discolored. That is the one thing about the photopolymer stamps. The rubber stamps clean off and very rarely get discolored, but it's still totally works. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's a favorite, so it's loved. It's well loved. So what I'm going to do, I have already pre-measured, pre-figured out that I want my teacup to go right here, because I always put my paper, I always put my paper right up here in this corner. I don't know if you can see it there. For some reason I just do, and so I go ahead and pre-measure, putting my magnets on each side, and I've got my pad under here. This comes, one similar to this, I don't think it's quite this one, comes with your Stamparatus, and this is the pad that you're going to use if you're using a photopolymer stamp. And so let's see, well, that isn't quite like I measured it, but that's all right. We can just move it over a bit, and our stamp will just lay down right like that. Sometimes, there we go. That leaves room up top for our foam, our whipped cream, our pistachio whipped cream. Okay, so we're ready to stamp. We've got our stamp ready. Our Stamparatus is ready. We're going to use soft succulent ink, and we're going to just tap. We don't have to press really hard. We're just going to tap. And you notice that I've got my stamp case is right underneath. That makes this plate level, and it gives a nice coverage of the ink. So now we're going to go over and press that down. And you see what I mean? It doesn't always, it's one that I want to have have good coverage. So the one for my card that I used on the sample card, I did this about 3 times, and this gives it a nice dark impression. I'll make sure to press in that corner there. Oops, it's still not. Maybe I've got my magnet a little too close. Let me move that a bit. Okay. But as long as you're using the Stamparatus, you can just keep going over and over until you get it just right and you don't waste a bunch of paper. Let's try it again. Press harder down there. Okay. There we go. And I think I'll do it one more time to get that corner. What you're not seeing over to this side is I'm inking the stamp. I just can't get everything in the camera there. So let's try it again and we'll get that corner really good. Okay, isn't that beautiful? See what a beautiful image the Stamparatus gives? Some people use the Stamparatus all the time. I don't. I'm not one of those that does that. I really prefer the blocks. I don't know why. Now I'm just going to set that down on my floor for a minute. So now we have our adorable little teacup. So now we're ready to stamp some foam or whipped cream. So I'm going to use, you see on this stamp set, it is so cute. That would be the whipped cream for the sundae, like if you were making the little sundae or you had a small little teacup or coffee cup. This is the larger whipped cream, so we're going to use this one. You love yours, Linda. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, some people just use it all the time. I don't know why, but I think I know when to use it, so that's the important thing. So I'm going to use soft sea foam ink, and I have a piece of scratch paper, and I have my large whipped cream stamp there. You can't see it very well. And I'm going to stamp that on my soft sea foam. I'm using a pad, the Stampin' Pierce mat, underneath because this is a photopolymer stamp. Let me turn this like this. And I'm going to stamp 2 of these because it takes 2 of these to cover the top of the teacup. It's a nice wide teacup. Okay, so there we've got our 2 whipped creams or foam, and now we're going to do a red cherry. So I'm going to use real red and get my little stamp, my little cherry stamp from the Share a Milkshake stamp set. You know, if you ever just wanted a little cherry, this is the set that has it. Okay, there's our cute little cherry. Okay, now we're just going to die cut these. And the dies from the Share a Milkshake set, they have everything. I've already pulled out the ones we need. I think, where's my little cherry? Oh boy. Yeah, boy. Oh, here it is. Okay, got it. So I've already pulled out the ones we need, and these fit in the mini machine, which is fabulous. We love that. We always love it when our dies fit in the mini machine. Okay, so I guess I'll go like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a whipped cream and the cherry at the same time. Then we'll go back and cut that second whipped cream. Okay, here, let's see. Sometimes it's just there's even it's so cute. They even have a space for the stem of the cherry. I hope I'm getting it placed correctly. And let's see. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see if we got it now. Okay. I just think that cherry's adorable. I find a stamping platform and an insurance of not wasting paper. I totally agree, Marcia. I totally agree with you. Oh boy, we didn't get our cherry quite, I didn't get it quite right on there, did I? He's got a little, well, you know what? I did an extra cherry earlier in case that happened. It's just a little bit hard for me to see and get it right from this angle. So let's go ahead and do our other foam or whipped cream, pistachio whipped cream, and then I think we'll be just about done with the die cutting machine then. Okay, our little mini machine. Okay, let's get this going. There we go, that looks right. And we are going to put sprinkles on this whipped cream. We want it to look very realistic. Here we go. And that one turned out great. The little cherry is just a little tiny thing. Okay, so where's our card base? Here's our card base. Now, what I had decided to do, you can definitely cut your your teacup out with, there is a die for the teacup in the cup of tea bundle. It may not be a bundle anymore. Yes, it is a bundle. It may not be in the next catalog. And you can definitely cut it out, but I decided to go ahead and leave it square, and now I forgot about that. So we'll put it kind of at an angle so it looks a little different. It's on a 3x3 square, just because, just for fun. So let me get my little dimensionals here, and we're going to go ahead and put our teacup on the square, and I think we might even do something a little bit fun here in a minute. Okay, because we need to put this on first before we can put on our whipped cream and our cherry. Don't you just love talking about stamping like that? It makes you hungry, seriously. Okay, I think I'll put this just a little bit off center, because we don't want it to be just so right? Okay, now here's our whipped cream. One interesting thing about the whipped cream die is that it has this little slit for a straw. Can you see that? Whoops, let me see. You see that little slit? But I'm not gonna use the slit at all. I'm gonna cover it with a cherry, and I'm gonna cover this slit on this one with the other whipped cream. We want to make it look like there's just so much whipped cream and foam on this cup of tea. It could even be a cup of hot chocolate, you guys. Definitely. So we're going to put these on with dimensionals also. I just think this set is too cute. Now I want to hear a little bit about what you guys think some of the colors are that will be going out. What do you think? What is your opinion? I want to hear what you think. Tell me about some of the outgoing colors. Let's see, we'll just kind of take a poll. What is a color that you don't use very much that you think might go out? Okay, I'm just going to put that other whipped cream right over that one. Let me know. I am kind of hoping, because I'm such a pink person, I'm not that crazy about Blushing Bride. I'm actually putting a little glue right down under here because I have the dimensional here and I want it to stick with glue on that edge. So I'm kind of hoping they get a better pink, but you guys let me know what you think. What colors are you thinking might be taken out? We can't really imagine the ones coming back, but new ones maybe, but let's hear some of your opinions. I'd love to know. Okay, there's our cherry. Isn't that just super cute? Petal pink. Do you think that might go out, Tina? I feel like we're using it so much. That's the only thing. We use it a lot because it's in all these new papers like the Hello Irresistible and all. But it could. Peacock is definitely coming back. We know that. Oh, really? Oh, for wedding invitations. How beautiful, Marcia. Okay, now I'm taking my dark, soft, succulent Stampin' Blend, and the stamp, I know it's very hard to see because it's so light. Put little dots in there on that whipped cream, and I'm going to go ahead and just color the dots like this so that it looks like there's some little things, little sprinkles, little green sprinkles. So let's see. Thank you, Roz. What are some other colors you think might come or go? What are colors you don't use very much anymore in our color lines? We used to use Rich Razzleberry a lot more, and we don't use it so much. People love it. I love it, but we haven't been using it much. You love petal pink, Marcia. I do too, but it's not really a pink. Absolutely. I agree. Okay, so there are sprinkles. Very cute. Now we're going to do our sentiment. And the sentiment I'm going to use is Life is Sweeter with You. And I'm going to go ahead and do this in the soft succulent. And I'm not adding a pad on this one because this is pretty padded, and I think I did this before and the sentiment came out just right. Okay, so we'll try it and see. Life is sweeter with you. I really like this sentiment. Hot chocolate. Yes, hot chocolate. I think one of the greens will leave. I'd like to see a soft baby pink. I am so with you, Sue. I'm absolutely with you. Soft baby pink. They used to have one. I'd love to see chocolate chip and barely banana return. I remember chocolate chip, but I don't recall barely banana. That sounds really interesting, Roz. I don't remember that one. Okay, now I am cutting out. You could do this on a label, but you know me, I like to cut my letters out, my sentiments. But you could definitely do this on a label or just a strip if you had just a little strip. But I'm just choosing to do it this way today. And I have in mind a couple of friends that I'm going to send these 2 cards to. Let me just get that big part off of there. And it's just so, to me, it's just so quick to do this. Speedy, speedy. Okay. And then we can just put this right on here. In fact, maybe I'll put it lower today. I think I'll put it down lower with some dimensionals. Life is sweeter with you. A pale yellow, very soft. Oh, you still have some. Oh, okay. Ooh, now I really want to see it. It sounds beautiful. Let's see. I don't think I want that there. Put it right there. Okay. Okay, life is sweeter with you. Now, what I'm actually thinking, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this is kind of an empty spot, and I'm wondering if it's a place that we might want a little bow on the little handle of the teacup. Let's see. I have some cute embellishments, but let's see if we might just want a little tiny bow. We'll see how it looks. Give it a try. Have you ever tied a bow on an actual teacup? I have, when I've had little parties and stuff. Okay, here we go. We want it to be small. Whoops. A little small bow. I just think that's kind of cute. Let me get, this is what I want to come back. These beautiful, beautiful, what I call ribbon scissors. I just love these scissors, and I only use them for my ribbons. I think we're definitely going to do this. Let me get some glue dots. I think this looks really pretty. It kind of adds some color since it's a bit of a pale card, right? There's a glue dot right there. And I got a second one on my nail. Okay, we've got 2 glue dots. That's good. That'll hold that nice and secure right on the edge like that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, now we're going to put our embellishments. And these are the 2022, 2024 embellishments, I think. This is actually peacock. No, I was thinking peacock. Parakeet party. A lot of peas. But it kind of, I think it looks kind of good there. So we're going to give this a try. Thank you, Tracy. So let's just put a couple of these little guys on. Let's see. It's empty there. We'll put one there. And let's see. I like to put them in empty spaces. That's too far out. Okay. They say you're supposed to make a triangle with them. I don't know. I'd rather just put them where I want them. Let's see. Maybe just one up in there. A little baby one. I think that might be enough. Oh, and I forgot we need to have our little inside piece. Let's stamp a quick cherry on our inside piece. Because this is kind of a dark color, we need to put a piece on the inside. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. That's my favorite size for the inside of a card, the basic white inside of a card. See, we wouldn't want to write on that. And look how much cuter this looks just like that. Yep, that looks cute. Okay, I almost got brought a new glue over because I'm right at the tail end on this one. Okay. You know, it makes a difference, I think, when you finish off a card. If you're making a card, it really makes a difference when you finish it off. And let's put a little red cherry on our envelope also. I think it looks a little more, you want it to be handmade because it's made special for that person, but you also want it to look, I don't know if professional is the right word, but not like you threw it together. Okay, there's our card. There's our little Shamrock tea. What do you think? Oh, thank you, Sue. Thank you, Linda. Marcia received her irresistible set today. It has dots. Oh, yes, you thought of me. I know it does. It's beautiful. So that's that card, and I'll show you again the one we made a week or so ago. So this one, you could use either one anytime. I think this looks very St. Patrick's Day, even though it doesn't say it. This one, I think you could use at any time. That's kind of why I showed it to you. Okay, let's come on right back up, and we will give away our prize. Okay, let's see. So our prize from last week was this beautiful card that we made. This is the one we made from last week. Let me get it out here. Do you remember this card? And I'm not going to open it because I have it tied real pretty over here. Over here. The bow is real pretty, but these two doors open out. It's a double gatefold card, and it really is very pretty. So this is the prize from last week. It's so glary, isn't it? Very glary today. There we go. And it says, thanks so much. And it has even little sequins on it. I'm glad I made two because I kept the other one. Okay, and I went ahead and did the drawing. We had quite a few of you say prize that you wanted this one. And I don't see her here today, but Diana Knapp, K-N-A-P-P. Diana, you are the winner, and I actually do have your address. So I will be sending this to you in the mail. I'll try to get it out right away because I am mailing some stuff. I've been real busy with my sampler class, and if any of you ordered a sampler, the sampler kit is going in the mail tomorrow. I was a little delayed because anyway, a lot of stuff going on, but I've got it all ready to get in the mail. It's all behind me on my work table, and so that's going to go out tomorrow. So thank you guys for stopping by. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I guess now I can finish off my Shamrock shake. After I turn off, I'm going to sit here and just finish this shake. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Bye-bye.